What's going on, people? You're here with the GoodFathers, myself Jams,
myself Mikes,
and I'm Key.
And today's topic is that brown letter CSA, yeah? That one that we don't like.
When you gotta take a little breather for.
Yeah, serious thing. It's
the big one.
But yeah, basically, I just wanna, what we want to focus on is it correct for a man to be paying CSA whilst battling through the court proceedings, yeah?
Is that how you gonna...
Have you been hit with CSA though?
Nah, I ain't there yet still.
I ain't been hit with it.
I'm alright.
See,
I've
been threatened with it, but not been hit with it.
I've been hit with it still.
You're gonna have to run us through how it even works. How does it even work then before you even go out to what is?
See, it's a child support agency. Basically, they take, alright, so for example, if you can't find a middle ground with the child, the mother of your child, and how much you're gonna pay, they'll step in and they'll look into your income. And they'll say, alright, you're earning this much, you have to pay this much to support the child. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And if you don't do so, they can cancel your passport.
What?
They got powers.
Yeah, they got powers.
Cancel your passport,
imprisonment and a fine.
That escalated.
Yeah, don't get it serious still.
0 to 100.
Yeah, real quick. But
man said passport.
I thought the most man was gonna say they give you extra fine.
Oh nah, bro, like they've got powers. It's a governing agency, innit? So they can HMRC and all these things. They're all linked. They're all linked.
Course.
So they can look into your savings. Bro, it's serious. It's serious. But do you think it's right for a man to be having to pay CSA as well as, you know, the legal proceedings of court? So that's solicitor, you know, whatever financial cost he's gonna incur to try and see his child. Do you reckon?
So what do you know? I want to hear what you.
See me personally. Alright, let me tell you about my situation.
Man going through it. So
yeah, let me tell you my situation.
You tell us what wrong with you.
Obviously, it was a case of I was having contact with my child every other weekend and half time during the holidays, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm getting equal spend time. You know what I'm trying to say to you? She never hit me with CSA during this time, by the way. Let me get into the juicy bit. So obviously now the situation's occurred where she's moved out of ends and that. Obviously she stopped me from seeing my youth. We're going through court proceedings. Obviously I'm phoning her to say, yo, can I see my youth? These things. Just saying no, that's not what the court have advised. Rare, this, that, and other. 2 2s now. Man, get a brown letter through the door. Yeah. So obviously open the letter, I'm seeing CSA. I'm thinking, yo, blood, like what's going on here? I don't even think I bothered to phone her, you know. But on the letter, this is where she shot herself in the foot. Obviously, I don't know what she's thinking, but they've looked into my savings and into what my income and outgoing is. Obviously, I'm self-employed, so it's not a lot.
Yeah.
They've looked into it, and obviously they must have told her that I have to pay her less than what she was expecting. I think it was like £10 or something like that.
Was she getting less than what you was paying? I
want to put it like this: I wasn't paying her. From the time I haven't seen my child, I haven't paid her nothing. And I'm just gonna be real, like I refuse. If I'm trying to see my youth and you're not allowing me to see my youth, but you want to take money from me, I'm not an idiot, like I ain't doing that. Obviously, so people don't have different views on this, and I'm open to your views and opinions, but me personally, I'm not doing that. It's not like I'm trying. It's not like I'm not trying to see my youth. I'm trying to see my youth. You know what I'm trying to say to you. So I wasn't giving her no money. So anyway, fast forward now, the brown letters come. I'm phoning CSA people. So I'm saying to them like, so what happens? I'm trying to see my youth and I'm not allowed to see my youth. So I'm not paying nothing. Telling me, we can put a stop on your passport, we can fine you or send you to prison. So I said to the woman, I'm a stubborn guy innit? I said to the woman, looks like you're gonna have to do that then, because I refuse to pay for a child I'm not seeing. Like I'm paying court costs, all these things here, and you want me to pay CSA as well for a child I'm trying to see and not seeing. I'm not an idiot, I ain't doing it. Put the phone down on the woman, rare. Obviously I've got my accountant to write up a letter. My accountant sent the letter to them, rare. And obviously they've sent the letter back to my baby mum saying, you're entitled to this much money. Obviously she's not happy with how much she should be receiving. So she hasn't pushed the case, you know what I'm trying to say to her?
She just dropped it there.
She just dropped, she's thinking, it's not worth her time kind of thing. But when I did speak to her, she did say, I'm gonna let it build up and just take you back to court.
So she's that's what I'm saying. You're I don't know your situation
that's just spiteful.
But from what I hear, your baby mum's on a mazza.
It's just spiteful.
So she's saying basically, yo, I'm just gonna wait until it's a 10 lump then.
Yeah, basically. And once again, if I'm not seeing my son when it's at 10 lump, Jano, you're not getting the 10 lump in it. Like you're not getting shit. Like
I hear what I'm saying.
Like, send me to prison. I refuse to do that.
In the sense of that, then don't you think it's like, even though I know you're not doing it out of spite to the child, it's a case of, okay then, he's still in need. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I know what I'm saying. I know that you're not. You know what I'm saying. I know that you're not a vindictive person, so I know that it's not coming from that sense in no way at all, bruv. But sometimes I think that you have to open your mind up and look from different angles, sort of thing. So the way I see it basically is a case of, all right then, do you need things? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you need things, bruv? And I get.
It depends what the woman's like that.
This is what I'm saying. How can you prove that the woman's going?
See, but this is another thing as well. Back in the day, alright, it was 2011. I never forget. Alright, she's asked me for some money to nappies or clothes or something like that. I've given her the money. I've come back. I'm seeing nails and stuff done. No fingers. I'm saying to her like, what's going on? She's like, I spent it on myself. I'm getting some more money coming in. Rare. Didn't realise.
I did the exact same
so I'm saying to her. And that's the part of the reason why I refuse to give her money. Do you understand?
So what you're saying is, you come with that argument that child support is supposed to be for the child.
It's meant to be for the child, and the child only.
That they used in spite, because my cousin, is what they don't realise is what the person who ever puts in this CSA claim don't realise is, when you're already claiming benefits. You're not gonna get much money as it is anyway. Like, my cousin went through the same thing. His baby mum tried to do it to him, but she already gets housing benefit, income support, child tax credits, all of them already as it is. And then because she's seen that he got a new job and obviously isn't earning more, she's then gonna put in a CSA claim. The owner turned around and said to her, "Yo, you're only gonna get £1 a week, £1 a week because you've already getting these benefits." Then I started looking into the benefits, saying, "Well, actually, you're earning too much." So now the story's turned back on her. You get me? But that's the thing. Like I said, CSA, all we have seen it as growing up is a tool that parents use to just get one over on the other parent. You get me? It's not. I haven't seen. Even like, I don't even know if my mum was using. If my mum got it for me from my dad, I don't know, but. Like I said, growing up, all I ever used to hear people say was after an argument is CSA. You get me? And that's not me exaggerating. I always used to hear enough people around me after they've had an argument with the other half. First thing they're talking about is CSA. So I'm always been scared of it.
Well, something that I have noticed that a lot of women tend to shoot themselves in the foot with it, because from what I've seen, as you said, you know what I'm saying, when you go through people's books and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you end up getting less than what he was even paying, what he was offering to pay. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've gone through to the courts and you've gone to try and be, whether it's spiteful or, obviously we understand, where it comes to the point where if your baby daddy's not paying a penny, then send his ass there. But we need to come at it at a point where men and women understand that realistically it's not beneficial for either party. It don't make no sense. You need to sit down, be adults about the situation, and work out terms. Like for instance, me and my baby mum, I just pay my baby mum, but I'm one of them people there. I probably, like, when I tell certain people how much you give my baby mum, like, people are like gobsmacked, like, that's bonkers. But I see it as a thing where, this is what I was saying to you earlier, sometimes it's like you gotta understand your youth's needs, you know what I'm saying? So I know that you're not trying to be spiteful, but sometimes you need stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even where it comes to them, you got them other man that, I'll buy my youth a tracksuit, or I'll put money in his savings, but I'm not giving you no money because I don't know where it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And I hear all that, bro. It makes sense, you get me? I get what man are saying, but then you got to think of it deeper, bro, to the point where it's like, okay then, you're buying you a night tracksuit, or you've got money in your savings for your youth, but right now your youth's living a little bit bummy, you get me? Like his mum's not paying like the electric and that, or struggling to, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? There's more options than reaching for CSA.
Yeah, there is more. There is
like,
more options, but what I'm saying is, man need to know that you needs paying for, bruv. You get me? Like, you got to separate your baby mum from the situation and just understand that
Yeah, but you can't do that if she's the one putting in the claim against you.
Nah, it's true.
There's no separation.
But as you said earlier, though, he says your child needs.
Yeah.
But we have to say, like, okay, for example, there's certain women out there that, like my situation, they won't allow the child to see the father, but still would expect to get paid. And you know what you're saying? It's the need. The child needs to see. But also, the child also needs to see the child, so you can't pick and choose as to what the child needs.
I hear that. That's
so
a good one.
So that's how I look at it anyway. Like you can't pick and choose.
What do you need? No, it's true. Still,
so I spoke to somebody that is a parent over the weekend. They were telling me, you know what? She was all here, and she said herself, before she even got to CSA, she took like over half to court for him to see his child. You get me? And just spend time with him. Not about money. She took him to court just to see the child. I'm saying there's options there before you even get to CSA. For you to jump straight to CSA before even exploring those options, there's only one thing on your mind. You get me? There's only one intention to it.
And it's not the right one. It's not the right one.
You're not the right one. You're not. There's obviously always somebody who can be an intermediate. There's always somebody who you can reach out to say, yo, this and that's going on. There's always, like I said, the court process to go through just to make sure your child spends time with the mother or father before you even get to the CSA thing. But people don't throw it because the easiest option is to go CSA because you're still gonna have your child and you can still earn the money while you're getting your child, while you have your child as well.
But see, another reason why I don't agree with the CSA is because, as once again, they don't go off what the child needs, the amount of what the child needs, they go off what you're earning. So say for instance you're earning big dough now. It's like
I get that one.
Now, so we're gonna take more off you. You know what I'm trying to say to you? As well as you paying tax and all these other things.
There's no looking about the situation. But
this is why it's a bonkers one, and this is why it's a bonkers one. This is why, as men and women, none of us should let it get there because we don't have to let it get there. For instance, if I'm seeing big dough, naturally my youth is supposed to be good.
For real.
You get me? He's not supposed to be living in some little bummy spot. You get me? If I'm good, bruv, CSA is not needed, bruv, because I as a man, I should be doing that regardless, bruv. But a lot of men don't like doing that because it's like, okay then, alright then, if I got my youth in a nice spot, that means his mum's in a nice spot. I don't want her in a nice spot. She can go live in the slums, you get me? I just want my youth over here. Like, who's he living with though, bruv? Do you get me? Like I was saying the other day, bruv, the mother is the youth's everything before man. As mad as it sounds, that's how it is naturally, bruv. So as a man, it comes to the point where you've got to know that, okay then, it's mad, like, you got to give the youth something. And even if like he said, if the mum, you know what I'm saying, if the mum's using the P for herself, bruv, it's a case of it's helping her mental health in, you know what I'm saying? If she's doing little things for herself, bruv, it's a case of, anything that she does, bruv, to make herself feel better, bruv, is only benefiting you and you anyway, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
I hear you, but not necessarily, because it's not necessarily. You think that way, but some people don't have the child's best interest at heart.
Of course, I hear that. Obviously when it comes to spiteful, like I'm saying, when it comes to spiteful things, but that all comes down to who the mother of your child is. You get me? Because if she's one of them things where she ain't got her priorities right in the first place, but money's not gonna matter in no sense. You could give her £1 a week, or you could give her 10 grand a week, but if she hasn't got her priorities right, she's always gonna not use the money right. Do you understand? So what, in a case, I not advise, but like I'm saying, like, just don't cut it where it's you come to the point where you don't think you need for things. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you ain't giving your youth money, but you're getting money in the savings. Right now, he's living in a house with no gas, bruv. Right now, that money in the savings ain't doing nothing for your youth, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? Right now, your youth's growing up in a mentality where you don't need to go with because you're not giving, you know what I'm saying? You're not giving sort of thing. So whether your youth's in this mentality, I don't see my dad, which is already a bad thing. So to put that on top, it's like, okay, I don't see my dad, and my dad don't give me shit, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So
How does the money work? Is it like a direct
debit?
Yeah, depends. But this is
wages as well.
But this is where the joke gets into it. Like, it can work different ways where you pay directly into the savings account, or if you're not amicable or the child's mother don't want you to know details, rare.
Just direct debit. Yeah.
Direct debit, but you pay them, and then when they pass it on. But when they do it that way, they take a percentage. I think you have to pay higher.
That's all that bonkers.
And this is what I'm saying. It's not there to help, is it? Like,
this is
it's not there to help.
That's CSA is a tool, and it's a tool. If this tool wasn't needed, if you and your baby mum could get an amicably and you could say, right then, here's this much a month for so and so, for so and so, that's that. Yeah. If you and your baby could get an amicably and say, here's so and so a month, that's that. You get me? There's no need for CSA at all. Is there? CSA only survives after the fact that people make these phone calls wanting to get money out of people.
But CSA isn't the law, is it? Do you get me? Like, CSA don't choose. CSA ain't the ones who choose. You know what I'm saying? Even though we go at CSA ain't the ones who choose who's got to take the payment.
Nah, they just enforce it though, innit?
Yeah, that's it.
They enforce it still.
So it's not. So even though, like, you know what I'm saying, you want to throw the CSA thing in there, they're not who. You know what I'm saying? You want to argue with the law. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to argue with that. Hold on a minute. How come my baby mum's just ringing yous up and now yous are on me for money, bruv? Because it's the law that's saying that, hold on, she's got the ute, you ain't got the ute. Because if you had the ute, she'd have to pay CSA. You know what I'm saying? It's not related to sex, or it's not a thing where men have to pay CSA. It's a thing of whoever don't have the ute full term has to pay CSA.
But you see how we're focusing on the women that?
It's right, because I know a man that once he got control of his child. The first
he was
thing
on the same thing.
CSA in. And I'm saying, that's what I mean. What's the point in that? Yeah. Like, what's the point in that? Oh, I got the youth now. I can't do what I need to do. I can't do my certain things. And like we was talking about earlier, his balance is mashed up as he claims. So the first thing he did was put in CSA claim. I'm saying, but did you even try this? Did you even try that? No.
But some people use CSA just for spite.
Yeah, that's what it is. But this is what I was going to touch on as well, though. There's also women out there that the men aren't present, but they won't call CSA. You get what I'm trying to say? I know we're focusing on the set of women that call CSA, but there's also women that do. I've got family members that the men ain't picking up their weight, and they won't call CSA for whatever reason. You know what I'm trying to say? But they're struggling on their own.
Cash, but they don't want to take it to them.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, certain things like this, like, we're going on holiday, you expect the father to be, here, hold this or something. Like, they won't even ask. The man won't offer. You got what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah, that's a pride thing.
This one, well, is it though? Is it, or is it just can't be asked with the headache and getting over someone else?
For some, like my mum, but trust me, some women it's a pride thing. But when my mum split up with my dad, but my mum went back to a yard, you get me, council, you get me, no furniture, nothing. But so some women are just built like that. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, I'm just gonna crack on. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna struggle through. You get me? But I'm not asking man for nothing.
So, you know what? It's pride, but I think it's just down to the fact of it's headache, innit? You can't. No, it is headache. No more, innit? Like I said, if you've been chasing a man for so long, you still don't want to be involved. Like, what's the point in even?
Do you have to? Okay, then another point. Do you have to initially go through the whole court process before the CSA, or can you just do the CSA?
No, I think you can just do the CSA. But you see, my initial instance, I thought it was bloody cheeky that you're not allowed to see my youth, and then you call it CSA. That's rude. That is.
That
move there explains itself, and it was just straight.
Yeah.
If it was anything to do with your child, then the first thing she would have said is, right, then let's try and come to an agreement for you to see your son. Now let's try and go through the court thing again, so we can put an agreement in place. There was none of that there. Yeah. You get me? But then again, set a man. Don't help the situation, and like, you've got free reign. You've got no reason to not want to be in your youth's life. You've got no reason to not want to provide for you. You're just choosing not to. So set a man out there. Yeah. You get drawn into CSA. It's on your own. It's your own fault, because you're not. Like us, we don't have the option to be in and out of our youth's life if we want to. Set a man have got that option, and they choose to be out more than in.
Yeah, cool.
You get me? Like we were saying earlier, certain man prefer to make money than spend time with their youth. You get me? And certain man prefer to be with their brethren than be with their youth. So for that, on that aspect, certain man draw himself into the CSA problem, and got nothing to say about it.
That's another tapped little thing, isn't it? To bounce back off the last topic, how they've got governmental schemes placed on money, but they don't have governmental schemes placed on time. You ain't got a CSA where it's a case of, okay then, You
That's
put your
a really good
CSA account in and you get to see you 2 times a week.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for real,
But okay,
for real.
you can force that I have to pay, but you can't force I have to see my you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
true.
Once again, it's not there to help.
yeah,
so
Just there to deprive you,
this is
innit?
what it is.
that's a bonkers.
Obviously, if there's anything else that we've missed out with this, obviously holler us and let us know. If there's
So what
information that you lot know that we've missed out.
So what tips,
Spend it
advice,
on,
and
you
that
get me?
would man give them? Would you say?
I don't want to give out no bad tips or bad advice, you know. But
Nah,
personally,
yeah,
it's one of them ones where you have to go with your heart. If you think it's a thing of you have to pay, or then pay it. But if you think you're being the child of the mother of your child using you as a cash cow, and it's just a technique of to get money out of you, then I don't want to be the one to send the message. But I wouldn't pay it personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
your
me
personal
personally. You get
opinion.
me?
That's fair. My advice basically is that as men and women, we need to sort that out way before CSA. But we don't need CSA to do that for man.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
serious.
If a man's not giving nothing at all, then chase his ass. But if a man's breaking you off anyway, it's not beneficial for the man or the woman, bruv, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get less as a woman.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 for a man you're gonna be paying less. It just don't make sense, bruv. So
For the women that doing that on a bad mind thing as well, don't shoot yourself in the foot, innit?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't
That's what I'm
shoot
trying to
yourself in
say.
the foot.
Basically, you often shoot yourself in the foot anyway, women. So it's a case of let's just talk. You get me? We'll sort out the payments, and we don't have to do the CSA
yeah, that's
thing.
for real.
It's just not beneficial for no one in the long run, anyway.
I think I just say, just explore your options in it before we even get to CSA.
Yeah.
Explore the options as adults, because you lot don't realise the more you get these people involved, like CSA and social services, the more control they have over your life and what you do with your life. With your
Very
kids and
true.
whatnot.
Very
So,
true. Very true.
you know, you want to be able to live freely, and so just try and be amicable and explore options before getting into having these people run your life. CSA, courts, social services, police, for even that man. Like, once they're involved in your life, that's it.
They can dictate to
They
you
can
what
dictate
goes on in it.
and you don't want that. So just explore your
You
options.
can
innit?
lose
That's all I can
control
say.
yourself, innit?
That's it.
Like, you know what it comes down to a grown person thing. Do you get what I'm
Obviously, it's
saying?
individual,
Like, both
like-
parties just have to be grown, and not just both parties. But for instance, it's a case of if I'm checking this new girl, it means that I have to be grown, my baby mum has to be grown, and my new girl has to be grown. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a three-way grown situation. Do you understand? Because once that one person in that triangle
Yeah, it messes it up, yeah,
is a
messes it up.
fucking kid about it, bruv.
Messes
He
up
just
everything.
fucks everything.
But it's-